Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sagir Ahmed. I'm your host from Property Mania YouTube channel. Today I will discuss about one of the most crucial issue in our country, which is none other but the poverty which is rising in the country with every passing day, and it is affecting overall population in the country, and the population and the people are categorically fed up of all these economic difficulties being faced by them. About 60 to 70% people of our country are under the poverty line, below the poverty line. How the people are able to afford and manage their everyday expenses? This is beyond my imagination and understanding, because it is very difficult to get along with the low paid incomes and under resourced salaries the people are getting from their workplaces. Because if your expenses are higher than your income, so what will you do? What is the option for the common people if they are earning less and expenses much? So it will be very difficult to balance between the income and expenses. So that's why I am talking about the poverty today. The poverty is the cause of many crimes in any country. There are professional vagabonds, professional criminals in the country, in the state, but there are some causes behind the crimes, offenses, the wrongdoings, and one of them is the poverty, which should be eradicated from the country. But it needs bona fide and well wisher people of the country should be appointed on the high portfolios. Then it will be something possible to improve the economic situation in country. Well, I was talking about poverty, just like I want to give you one of the reference of the recent incident that took place in the airport side area in Karachi, where a family was living in a flat. A father decapitated his four children heads and his wife. After that, he committed suicide, and he wrote a note in which he mentioned that he was unable to pay the previous 6 month rent of his flat or the home he was living in, and he did not also pay the fee of his children for last 6 to 8 months, and was unable to manage the everyday needs of his family. So what was the choice with him? So I do not prop up and support this cowardice which he did by committing suicide and killing his family. This is called cowardice, which is not allowed in Islam. It is illicit in Islam. So he should have not committed suicide and killed his family members under the any economic pressure he had to face. Well, that happened, I was telling you. So now, who is the responsible for such conditions in the country? If the people are fed up of their lives, they are doing crimes, they are committing suicides, they are doing thefts, they are doing dacoities, having repudiations here and there, plunder. Who is responsible for this? I would like to draw attention to the concerned authorities who are responsible for this to please send their officials, their inspectors to visit the markets where the shopkeepers are taking high profits against selling their products and items in the market, whereas the government has issued the list to install on their shops and sell your products according to government rate, but they are not selling. they are selling their products on their own rates. So it can be determined, it can be prevented if the government officials take a budge and leave their seats and come out and check how they are uh, uh, doing fraud with the general public by taking high margins and profits against their selling. So this is a sense of responsibility which the government officials must realize and see how the people are facing the high inflationary pressures and how the people will be able to afford and manage their everyday needs and expenses if the condition of the inflation persists in the country. At least whatever the rates were decided by the government can be checked, and you can check it because this is your responsibility. You are sitting in the government, so people can appeal you only, and you need to visit markets yourself. Instead of people are demanding you or appealing you to please do your duty. This is your duty. You have to execute your duty under all given circumstances. You are enjoying the government incentives and seats. At least pay little attention to the issues of the general people in the country. People are very much, despondent, pessimistic through the services of the government. Whichever department is it, they are not satisfied. So satisfy the people, appease the people who are not satisfied with the performance of the government, because government is completely demonstrating the incompetence and myopic attitude towards the general public issues. So amend yourself, improve your performance. Don't get offended by listening my message, because I am messaging you only because of the public insistence. Public urged me to please pass such a message to the government concerned authorities under which jurisdiction the uh, responsibilities of the price control fall. So I hope you people must have understood my message, and don't mind whatever I talked about the poverty in the country, and this is true. Everybody knows about it. So we, the general public, are here to pay all the taxes to the government, but the same we expect from the government to please provide the services to the general public they deserve for. So I hope the people who are watching my video will must agree to the point I discussed, and please comment, share and like my video, and wait for my next vlog I will come up with inshallah very soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.